Okay, let's adjust this a smidge. Wrong way. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so today I am making the Gundam Wing Endless Waltz Gundam Sandrock. It is master grade, so this is gonna take a while. And yeah. Okay. Just making sure I had audio. So first, I gotta find, it's getting a little noisy here, the first package to tear open. This might take me a moment here. Let's see, XA21. Alright, here's the XA pack. And H, okay, cool. Set these guys to the side for a moment. So that way I don't dump it all over the floor and scatter everything. Pardon the noise of the crackling plastic. It's not the noisiest plastic I think I've ever opened. So let's see here. Let's get started. Oh look, there's a teeny tiny little Gundam pilot. Troa. Okay, XA21. So I've got my little snippy tool. Just gonna pop that open. Let's see, then I need H8 and 7. Where are we? So I'm just getting started with this. This has been sitting next to my computer for probably, well, most of the year at least, because I think I got it for Christmas. Either Christmas this year or my birthday last year. I don't remember which now, but I think it might have been my birthday last year. And I was waiting, because I was going to build this with my brother since he's the one who got me started with this stuff anyway. But with everything that's going on, that's probably going to be a ways out. And I'll probably get another one by the time we do get a chance to build again. So there's 7 and 8. So now I also need H5. Which, probably scotch this down a smidge so that way people can actually see. There we go. So you can actually see what I'm cutting here. And these are tiny little pieces too, so trying to be careful. I did trying to think what was the last one I built. The first one I built, actually. This is actually the second one I built. But I didn't have a master grade the last time around because we were thinking, okay, I've never built one before. And you know, they're a pretty challenging build. However, growing up, I spent a good portion of my life building car models and airplane models and stuff like that, and got pretty practiced at that. So it ended up going really quickly and easily for me. I think I was done like a full hour before the rest of the group was, and they also had master grade Gundams as well, and actually it was well over an hour. I think most of them didn't even finish, now that I think about it. Just gonna file some of this down real quick. I'll get the other file out to smooth this out, because this is going to be kind of a rough bit here. I don't want to take off too much, because if I do, the piece won't fit snugly like it should. And I want it to be able to fit snugly. You can tell I've used this side a little bit more than most of the others. The attention to detail on these kits are really just kind of out of this world, if I was being perfectly honest. I mean, they just go full out. And then there's the level of articulation and all that good stuff. So it's really just kind of I mean, whoever spent the time to design each one of these little pieces based off of an anime or, you know, a manga, it's a lot of attention to detail, just saying. Oh, I can't let those go. Let's try this one. There we go. That's getting a little better. Oops. Shoot, I did it anyway. I'm just going to bring something up real quick here. Hang tight. I've got this broadcasting in a couple different ways, and I only had Mixer up. And I don't want it. Oh man. Of course, he'd have to be updated. Whatever. That's fine. And then if I do get a comment, which I doubt I will, but that's okay. I don't care if no one wants to, feels comfortable commenting. That's actually totally fine. It's what I do. When I'm watching people's streams, I hardly ever interact. But that's okay. So let's see here. There's that. There's a lot of prep just to get these things together. I haven't even put anything together yet. I'm still on step 1. I'm probably paying a little bit more detail than I really need to, but I'm kind of OCD about that kind of stuff, so hang on. This is just buff that smooth. I'm really just trying to get rid of the major berms on there. I don't really care about so much the discoloration. I don't have like the markers or anything for this, which is also part of the reason why I was waiting. But because my brother does have all that stuff, but well, actually I think it's actually a friend of his that brings it with to the build things, but just going stir crazy, and I need to do something to work my left side of my brain instead of my right side of my brain here. Not that those are all that accurate descriptors for what parts of the brain do what, but we're not contesting that here. Is this loading up yet? Oh my goodness, it took forever. Let's see, I just close. What did I want? CloudBot. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? I just want to be able to see all of what the data in one go here. Really? Oh well, never mind. I'll figure that out later. Alright, now I need to find D21, which is another pack probably. Yep, that's another pack. What was it? D1? Shoot, that's D2. Fudge. C1 FIPC fudge. if you can all hear the boy in the background. You would think a little teeny tiny person would stand out amongst all these shapes. But not so much. Oh, finally found a new one. Hey, I found him. Oh, yay. That took way longer than it should. Sorry about that. There's a lot of little parts here. So now, clip. Little clip. And another little clip. There we go. Cool. Oh, sweet. Actually got pretty good bit rate on here. Actually, you know what? That looks pretty good. I'm not even going to mess with that too much. So now, we just take this little guy. Let's put that little part jutting out of his back. Mash it in here. Another thing I don't have, and I probably should, is the little thin set cement that goes with these things. But come on, Troa, get in your seat. There we go. Okay, finally making some headway. So this guy, it's kind of cool. It's like, you know, this little encapsulated thing that slides into place. So that was the thing. So most of the car models and stuff I worked on, even if they were snapped together, they still had, oops, I think I need one more fudge. Oops. Oh, that smarts. Okay. Helps if I don't screw this up. There we go. Now we can put this together. And that is good to go. Now I need to find PC3. Another pack. I should have just cracked open all these packs, I guess. That's G. Oh, the boy is loud today. He's supposed to be cleaning his room. I don't know if that's going over very well. web. Let's open this in browser here so I can actually see. Cool. There we go. Now if anyone actually comments, I might actually see. Okay, so PC 3. I'm using Restream.io for this, so I can put it on, well, basically every major platform, just for the heck of it, because I'm not anyone in particular, and I don't really I'm not partnered with anything, so it's not like I have to worry about streaming any of my content from one thing to another. And I'm not playing any music because, well, actually I don't know why I'm not playing any music, mostly probably because it's kind of a pain to set up. And then you have to worry about copyright stuff with that, so I just assume not deal with that at all. So there's PC3 done. Now step 1.2. That was just step 1. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. So let's see, XB, that's F, C1, H, XA, G1, D1, B1, E, XB, I found it. Another packaged open. Show XB 1 and 2. Perfect, they're right there. I like these little clippers though. These are godsend. I used to, for like car models and stuff, I would just sit there and spin a little piece of plastic until it finally basically wore itself off. And that was a pain in the neck to deal with. I hated doing that. Because then you get, if you didn't, depending on how the plastic was, it could leave huge little nubs on the thing, so that way you're stuck with this piece of plastic jutting out that may or may not allow you to connect it with the piece that's supposed to go to. And you're just like, what am I gonna do with this? So, according to this, I gotta make this stick out here. Right? Does it go all the way in, or is it just a partial? Nope, that's a good snap. That's a solid snap. Cool. Now find H10. H. Where are you, H? There's H. So let's see. H10. Let's flip this around. Line 10. Okay, so clip, clip. That's done. I'll file that down because those are going to be put into something else and I don't want them to get stuck. So, I don't even know why I decided I was going to do this. I just wanted to do something different for the chain for the day. I just can't keep going with all of my schoolwork stuff that I should be working on right now, but I just don't want to do like at all. But oh well. It is what it is. I need to find XB1 2 again. Am I reading that wrong? PC H. Oh, here's another XB. Okay. Phew. That was a close one. Started panicking there for a minute because I didn't know. Snip. That there was another XB. There we go. Another XB tab. Or can't remember what these things are called now. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Try to cut them as flush as I can, that way I don't have to do a lot of sanding or anything. I'm going to adjust this a smidge though. Oh crap. Well, it's a good thing no one saw that. I found it though. There we go. And now this goes into the other side. Right about there. Now I need PC number 2. Which, even though this is really the flexible piece of plastic here, I'm not going to tear it off. Because that would probably be bad. And I need XA20. B and XB. Here's XA. Sweet. I didn't have to search for that for too long. I already had it open. That might require a bit of filing. There we go. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Could have been worse. Alright, so this little guy fits into here, and I imagine this is going to be the part that maneuvers the torso around. Okay, that's snapped into place. Now we take this. There we go. Nice and snug. Now we take this with, oops. That'll probably be how the head moves. It's my guess, I don't know for sure. There we go. Sweet. Starting to look like something. Now I need C1 and C16 to get this going. So there's C1. C16 is this little vent looking like piece here. There we go. Cool. Alrighty, so this sits up like this. This has a divot out of it here. It's supposed to sit in the back of the thing, I guess. So I'm going to place this guy first. Snap that into place. And then just got to make sure that the little divot guy is in the back. I guess. Oh, because it lines up with that thing there. Make sure that's snug. And it's starting to take more shapes here. It takes a little bit before this thing actually starts looking like anything. But that's because it's a very intricate little piece or design. And it's taken a whole lot of attention to detail. Hang on. Well, like I said, the level of articulation with these is pretty good too. You could, like, if I had the time and energy to do so, I would make like a little stop motion video with these things because they are literally that maneuverable. since they are that maneuverable, you can get, and then if you have like the little the stand thing, this little, so that way you can actually have them hold a position, and then you can chroma key it out if you wanted to. That way you could actually do the, make it look more realistic that way. But that's more work than I have energy for right now, so. Okay, now I need A, whatever A is at. So there's C, X, B twice, P, C, F, X, A, and H. G1, D1, B1, and E. Here's A. So we need A8, which is up here. Try to be careful with that because the plastic that's holding it together is actually really thick. Probably to keep it from getting snapped while it's just sitting in the packaging, but it also makes it hard to get a clean cut on it. So I'll probably have to file that down. And now I need E8, which I think I already saw over here. Yep, I did. Kind of a lazy stream today, just because I don't, well, I'm not high energy to begin with, but, and it's not a video game that I'm playing. Normally I'm gaming when I do a live stream, but I didn't feel like doing that today. And even if I did, I'd be doing it, playing a old game, that PC game that nobody would know of. So there wouldn't be much point to doing it anyway. So let's see, how does this go together? Looks like that. Oh yeah, I was gonna file that down. Shit. That was my first F-bomb of the stream. Or S-bomb, I should say. Just said. There we go. Thank goodness I didn't need that thing. So this side here is way worse. That's what I wanted to avoid. You know what? I'm just going to do it this way. You know, that's good enough for who it's for. Me. Alrighty. This guy goes where? Looks like right in here. Oh, I see what it's doing. That's kind of cool. I'm guessing this, yeah, this closes up. And it'll even snap into place, although I won't do that quite yet. Okay, now I need B3. That's about right. Ow. Yeah, I'm just giving Restream IO a try here. I don't know if I'll consistently use it or not, but I thought, what the heck, I'll give it a shot. Especially since it can simultaneously stream to like pretty much as many things as platforms as I want it to. It's like right now I got going to Mixer, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, well, Periscope, but that's Twitter. YouTube. One more I can't think of. A25. Yep, I was gonna. This thing's been sitting next to my desk for a very long time. And it just seems a shame to just leave it. So, we're building today. Alright, I'm just going to place that there. I'm not going to snap it in yet because I need another piece. And I want to make sure that I don't end up snapping a piece on, then having to snap it from the rest of the build because another piece was supposed to go with it. I wasn't big enough of a klutz for that to happen. Well, klutz isn't the right word, but I'm absent-minded enough to let that happen. So, this part is supposed to snap in here. You gotta get it straight on. There. Actually, it looks like it probably would have been fine if I just put it straight on. Sweet. That's a pretty good spot. Alright, so that's where we're at so far. Almost done with the body, it looks like. So now I need B1, F1, and C11. So here's B. It's just done twice. Yep, it is. So might as well just take care of it. Wondering if, not that there's anyone to tell me, but I don't know if the boy's chattering. His room is just across the hallway here. He's supposed to be cleaning his room, but it doesn't sound like he's cleaning his room. E1, F1. I wonder how much of his noise is coming through. I am just using my phone. It's not like I'm using my big microphone, which probably would pick him up. But I didn't feel like setting that up because it would kill my battery, because I can connect it directly to my phone here, and that would but it has to power the microphone itself, which is, I mean, just powered by USB, but still that's a big power draw, I think. So we need two F1s. You know, I'm just going to snip them out of the box entirely here. And I'll separate them from here. That way I can make sure I get a clean cut. Then, unplug. Alright, you can go away. Garbage piece. And now let's see, I need C11. 11. I probably need two of them. Thank goodness, there they are right there. Gosh, that boy's noisy. Oh well. This is why I don't usually stream during the day. I usually stream at 10 o'clock or later at night. But because of that time frame, also nobody's online. Well, there's some folks online, but most people are gaming at that time. So they're not really watching any live streams unless they're really just tired or something, I guess. I don't know. So I'm doing this during the day instead. And I would play a game or something like that normally myself, but I just did not have the gumption to do that today. Alright, there's one piece. Here goes piece number 2. And then these guys clip in right here, and it looks like they're forward facing. I think they're part of the reverse thrusters on the Gundam here. So now I need A1. Some A1 steak sauce. Looks like A1 and A2 for each side here. Glad I checked. So now I can just snip them both at the same time and be done with it. But I like the attention to detail on these things. It's just kind of cool. And then you know, they're supposed to be super difficult, but they're, I mean, depending on how much of your how much you're going to spend on, or time-wise on, you know, tinkering with these things, they really aren't that complicated. You don't really need the glue or the cement for them, which a lot of car models and stuff require. A level 2 car model is not the top tier. Level 3 is the top tier usually. I think there might, yeah, I think it's just level 3. But master grade Gundams are all snapped together. And then, you know, use the thin cement to secure certain things or certain parts, especially the weapons. On my RX, oh god, what is the model number of that? I think it's the RX, I want to say RX-9, but I feel like that's wrong. Gundam, the swords, you know, constantly would pop out, and they're kind of made to do that, but also if you're wanting to actually display them, you don't need them flying out. And then there's also the little, I don't know, this one doesn't have that kind of thing, at least not yet, but the holsters in the back. But cementing those into place so that way they don't fly off is a good idea. So let's go V7. Clip. And another little clip. And final clip. That there. I don't know. I'm just tired. Dog tired. And there we go. The body is now done. Essentially. Starting to take shape and look the appropriate coloring and all that stuff. So now it's time to start on the head, which is probably the next most identifiable piece, or actually is probably the most identifiable piece of each Gundam. Although they all seem to have pretty much the same basic shape or face structure, but the rest of it is where it kind of gets more detailed. So I need A7. 4, 5, 9, 7. Ooh, that's a tiny piece. Sneak. Oh, god damn it. And another snip. So there's that. D1. A lot of this is just finding the darn pieces to snip together. A, H, X, B, and PC. G1, D1. Here we go. I better drink this before it starts to separate on me here. Much better. I'm actually kind of surprised the boy hasn't started barging in here. He must be distracted enough, I guess. Ooh, these are teeny. Not very good with using like the tweezers and stuff, so I don't often use them even for these little bits here, but some of them That might have been a good spot to have used one. So now I need G1. I don't know if I've cracked G open yet. Here, A, B, F, E, C, G1 I did. Sweet. So I need number 15, which is here. Hoping I'm keeping this as much in frame as I can here. Sometimes, I mean, I'm trying to keep like the instructions so that other people can see what I'm actually trying to do and stuff, but sometimes I gotta bring the part up really close so I can actually see what I'm working on. And I might take it out of your guys' view for a second, so for that I apologize. But I'm just taking my time. So now I need piece I, which I'm almost certain, or part I, I'm almost certain I haven't opened that up yet. These are J. D2 and G2, I think I have opened I already. So hopefully everyone's day is going okay. Things are crappy in general. Not to point out anything in particular, but seems like things are just crappy in general. H, X, A, D1, G1, A, B, D1, F, and C1. What the heck am I missing here? I feel like I'm missing something. That's usually what happens about this time is I just make sure it's not under my chair or anything like that. Of course, it'd be the clear piece. Always, always the clear piece. Oh, I've been looking for that all day. I won. I was gonna check something right quick. Oh, that Doesn't look too bad, I don't think. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. Okay, so we take this eyepiece and we slip it in here. Then we take this piece that we built already. Cool. Oh dear. Looks like I need a sticker here too. Hate the stickers most of all. I'm not good at placing stickers at all. It's one of my least favorite chores to do because it's a chore to me to put stickers on. So we'll get out the old X-Acto knife. And I need to find that particular script right there, which is not one that I recognize from what little I have tried to learn of Japanese. But looks like it's the eyes anyway, so that makes sense. I was supposed to put this on, I think, beforehand. God, I'm shaking. Shaking like a leaf. I used to be so steady, too. Although that actually kind of worked out having that set up there. So I probably would have, or having this already plopped in here, because I probably would have botched it if I hadn't. Make sure I get the last little bit of this stuck down before I move on here. Phew. All right. I'll call that a success. And I'm going to move these pieces. I hate these things so much. Move them out of the way here. Right now, so that I can get back to the fun part, which is actually building the darn thing. So then I need E group. 11 and 12. But anyway, I hope everyone's day is going all right. And thank you for stopping by and checking out the live stream here. Kind of a lazy day. Just trying to take it easy for a change. And do something kind of relaxing. Instead of the usual chaos that a Call of Duty lobby or something else like that would bring. And because it's dumping down rain off and on all day the last couple of days, I can't even do any yard work, which is as fat as I am and as lazy as I am. I do love doing yard work. Don't know why that is. I get it. My allergies flare up and I'm miserable for 2 days after I do any significant amount of yard work, but I just enjoy doing it. Come on, snap in there. Ah. Almost. Dang it. There. That was actually the hardest part so far, and there's still a gap. Look at that. That's starting to take shape there, too. Damn it, I need another sticker. And of course, it's yet another sign I don't really know. But at least it was easy to find. Promise I won't cut myself with this darn thing. But it just takes there we go. I'm slicing my fingers open here. Not today, at least, hopefully. Oh, it's still early. Alright, so the sticker is now in place. So now I need E9 and 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the reason why I'm building Gundam Sandrock is because back when the show Gundam Wing was still out, it was my favorite Gundam, despite the fact that the pilot was kind of a wimp. Although, it doesn't mean he was a bad dude or anything like that. He just didn't want to fight, which I guess there's nothing really wrong with that, actually. But if you're a pilot of a machine of war, you probably need to have a little bit of fighting in you. Just saying. But then also kind of can teach them restraint. And this isn't the piece that I thought it was. Because that's D2, not D1. Fudge. Putting this guy right over here so I don't forget. Again, D1 was the section that I needed, not D2. Gotta pay attention. I wasn't paying attention. There's D1. And I need part number 1, which should be exactly the freaking same. 26. I was mistaken once again. Went a bit cross-eyed there for a second. Okay, so this needs to be slanting outwards. It goes over the front horn there. Nice little snap there. Perfect. Now, A 16 and 15. I think it's this one here. Yep. Why do I need 16, 15? Oh, why can I have that? They're right in front of me. Have my thumb on them practically. This is not going to be a pretty cut. That's going to need some filing for sure. Yeah, that's going to need some filing. Does anyone even remember the show Gundam Wing? I know there's still Gundam shows on, but I almost never hear Gundam Wing being even mentioned anymore. It was weird because that's like one that, I don't know if it started at all, but that's what really popularized it, I would think. It was this and Dragon Ball Z for me. Although I gotta admit, I like building these more than the actual show. But that's just me. Not knocking anyone who does like the show a lot. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the I just really like building these things. Building these is fun to me. it's a cheap, well, sort of cheap form of therapy. These are kind of expensive, but they're like $50 a piece. Depending on what model you get, you can pay up to $100 and something too, as well, for these things. I hate to think what this one actually costs. I don't know. I got it as a gift, so I didn't have to pay for it. Alright, there's the head fin. Now we need a 3 and 6. There's number 3. Where's number 6? That's 9. I should be working my schoolwork. I should be coding something. I'm supposed to be coding a program in C++. Basically making a roster of students, but in a program thing. Basically programming a basic version of Excel. But I don't have any patience for that right now. And I've been racking my brain on it for weeks, and I want a break from it. Mostly because I basically learned, or tried to learn. Learn might be a strong word at this point for how little I know of it, really. How to program in C++, all the syntax and everything. How to call functions. How to make your own functions. Etc., etc. But, I just haven't been able to figure that out. I haven't been able to take it and apply it. Like the way that the coursework is set up, it's online for one. But the way that it's set up, I just can't seem to wrap my brain around it. Actually, before that, I need to put on a sticker. I should have done that earlier. But anyway, since I'm tired of looking at a computer screen for hours on end and not knowing what I'm really looking at, I am just going to do this instead. Work on another part of my brain a little bit. Maybe that'll make things come to me more naturally when I try to go back to coding again. I doubt it, but we'll see. It's one of those parts where I probably should just use a pair of tweezers to place this, but just going to bypass that and go directly to it, and that, everybody, completes the head. Now I got the head and the body made. Just gonna set this over here. I'm not gonna put them together yet until the instructions tell me to, because I don't know what else needs to go on there. And it looks like we're starting on the arms. So I need XB. Looks like I'm going to try to build these simultaneously. Is that what I'm looking at here? XB 10, 11, and 13. Ah. Let's put that back. 10, 11. Let's just pop it left and right. Let's get these stickers back out of the way. There we go. Okay, so we take this piece. Okay, so it looks like everything is pretty much going in doubles except for when things differentiate between left arm and right arm, so I will need to do this twice. Sometimes you gotta go forwards before you can go backwards. Christmas. These pieces are springy. X, B, 12, 8, and 7. Hey, I'm gonna be right back.